You now tuned in to the Gumptown Podcast. I'm your boy Doug B. We ain't got nothing to talk about, but we got something to talk about. Let's go. Good people. Welcome back to the Gumptown Podcast, episode 60. I'm your boy Doug B. If you tuned in to this podcast, thank you for your time and your attention. I really appreciate you giving this podcast a shot. Today's guest, he is the founder and owner of Burdens to Billions Apparel. I'm looking forward to this conversation, and I'm sure you all will be inspired by his story. Let's chop it up with Kevious Hollenquest. Kevo, how's it going, man?
Hey man, I can't complain. I'm blessed to be alive. I'm blessed to be here. I'm blessed to be talking to you, brother. How are you?
Glad to hear that, man. All is well on my end, too. First things first, I want to thank you for taking time out of your schedule to chop it up with me a few minutes. I really appreciate it.
Oh, I appreciate you even more, man, for just giving me a platform, man, and just put my business out there and just give people, a more background and underlying reason of, why I have this business.
Yes, sir. Of course,
Yes,
we're
sir.
here to talk about Burdens to Billions Apparel. But before we go there, let's get to know the man behind the brand. What's your story?
Yeah, man, my name Kevious Hollenquest. I'm from Montgomery, Alabama, where I currently reside. I went to school at Troy University, where I got a couple degrees. I graduated from Lee High School. Prior to that, I got a clothing brand, Burdens to Billions Apparel. We established in 2020, August. So we just hit 2 years, and we still getting out there. People still learning about us every day, and we just trying to give the people what they need and something different when it comes to apparel.
Okay, cool, man. You launched this thing in the thick of the pandemic. That's what I'm talking about, making the most out of a crisis. I know it was a tough time, rough time for the world in general, man, but you've figured out you wanted to launch this business. So who got you inspired to get into this space?
Well, man, I've always been in the fashion. I've always been in the clothes, um, but I just wanted to put my own spin and own twist on it, and uh, and that's what I did. And I just want to give people an alternative as to what they normally see when it comes to clothing. And we really don't want to, when you in our brand, we don't really want no stereotypes. We just want you to wear our brand and you feel free. You know what I'm saying? You feel like you've overcame, you know. So that's where we at.
Okay. Burdens to Billions, man. I like that name, man. What inspired that?
Thank you, man. Just we've all had struggles, man. I can't say my struggles bigger than the next person. So that's where we all can relate, man. So I wanted a brand when you hear it, it's just not like, man, what is that? Like, it's kind of self-intuitive as well, even though I still have my own story behind it. But I've been through a lot of stuff, man. God has spared me, man. So I just had to, this is his vision to begin with. So it's what he put in my head, is what he put in my mind. So it's just about perseverance, man. When you wear our brand, we want you to just feel like, man, you can accomplish anything, man. The victory is already ours, man. We just gotta exercise it.
Powerful, man. That's some powerful stuff.
Yes,
Powerful
sir.
meaning
Yes, sir. Most
behind the
definitely.
name. So what products and services you got going on over there? I know you sell apparel, but what type of apparel you got?
Right now we mainly focused on, it's about to be winter. We focused on hoodies, sweatpants, joggers, your t-shirts, long sleeve t-shirts, beanies, your baseball caps, maybe bomber jackets and your mascot jackets. And then we want to get into, jeans and um, phone cases and, wall posters and just you name it, like all kind of stuff. Um, so that's where we at.
Okay. No, that's dope, man. You a one-man band right now, or you got a team you working with right now?
And when I first started, I wanted to do everything myself. Now I see that I can't.
Mhm.
I do need a team, and I'm slowly but surely getting my connections right and my resources. Um, so I plan to have a team. I want to do everything in house,
Mhm.
um, but I know it's gonna take a time. It's gonna take time.
Yes, sir, man. No doubt. No
Yes,
doubt.
sir.
So whenever I have entrepreneurs on the platform like yourself, I like to cover three things: the aha moment, action, and audacity. Let's start with your aha moment. Take me back to the moment when you first had the idea to start this brand.
Honestly, man, it came to me in a dream, man, overnight. Um, I was living outside the state. I was living in Gulfport, Mississippi at the time. Um, I moved there for a job. So it's just a change in career, man. One early morning, I had a dream, and it wasn't really too clear, but God put the name in my vision, in my dream, and from there, he would just speak to me in just small increments of what to do next, of how you gonna get started, what you gonna carry, just how you need to put yourself out there and promote. So it was all God, man.
Mm. Wow. From the time you had the aha moment, that dream, how long did it take you to take action towards creating a logo
Um,
and getting started?
Not gonna lie, man. The dream happened maybe end of 18, beginning of 19.
Mhm.
Um, and I was just like, I don't know. But I say around August is when I actually legally organized. So I would say maybe around June, I started just playing with designs and just started, looking up how to start a clothing brand and just looking at other clothing brands and how they got started. So I would say roughly 4 to 5 months after that vision.
Yeah, man, and that's great. And that's the most important thing that you went from idea to actually putting into action. Because there are times where we get so paralyzed, we get to overthinking, overanalyzing, and we don't do nothing. So much respect to you from going from idea to actually taking that action.
Thank you, brother. You are so right, man. What I learned is if you just start, man, you're gonna be successful, man. A lot of people just don't start.
Hmm.
So you said it perfectly, man.
Yes, sir. So to get from idea to actually putting that idea into action, I believe right in the middle, the bridge between those two is audacity, which leads to my last question of this section. Who or what gave you that courage, that audacity to step out there and get started?
Mm. Um, I would definitely say my mom, man, because I would always run rough drafts by her, no matter what it is. That's my greatest source of support. So uh it was already in my head, like I said, but she really put the drive, the wheels behind the man and behind the vision. So everything I was bring to her, she would give me positive feedback, like do it now. Um, and don't worry about who don't support you. Don't worry about who ain't there for you. Don't worry about the feedback. Just do it. And that's what I did. And
Shout
I'm
out to
blessed, man. I got her, to help me out like that.
Mhm. Man, shout out to Mom Deuce, man, for
Shout
encouraging
out.
you and pushing you, man. Because you know what? Sometimes all you need is just somebody to believe in you. And it sounds like Mom really believe in you, man. Much respect to her.
Yes, sir, man. I mean, every step of the way, bro.
That's good, man. So you got some great things going on. You've done some great
Sure.
things with the brand. I know great things coming down the pipeline. So that leads to my next portion, vision. What are your short term and long term goals for the business?
Short term, man. Right now, short term, I want to publicly um get known as possible. Um, and that could be, that could be just locally. Um, Long term, man, I want to be a global brand. I want to be like Nike. I want to be like Gucci, Dior. I want to be, when you hear my brand, man, everybody instantly knows what my logo look like, what we represent, the quality products that we offer. Um, and ultimately in the long run, I want my own storefront.
Good stuff, man. Those are great short term, long term goals. And I have no doubt that you'll make all those come to fruition.
Yes, sir, I receive it.
Yes, sir. So as we wrap up the podcast, man, I want to ask the $1 million question. I started this podcast because I wanted to highlight the greatness coming out of Montgomery. Whether you were born here or lived here for a significant period of your life, you being a hometown hero, what makes you the most proud to be from the Gump?
I just feel like, man, there's so much history here in Montgomery that a lot of people don't even know about. And it's really life changing when you get in the weeds and you learn, more about our culture and our history. And I just want to honestly add to that history, man, positively. And I just want to really give back to the community, man. Like, there's so many opportunities here for growth, for reaching out, for connections, for resources, for, just excel in the city. And I want to help in any way I can. I want to give back. I want to create jobs, um, in every way I can.
Yes, sir. Powerful stuff, man. Nothing else to add to that. Love everything you said about the city. So how can the people connect with you, Kevo? What are your social media handles and website?
Yeah, man, you can connect with me on Instagram, Burdens to Billions Apparel. That's BURDENSTOBILLIONS Apparel. That's on Instagram. You can also connect with me on Instagram, my personal page, which is Primetime Kevo, PRIMETIMEKEVO. That's Instagram. I have a Snapchat as well. Sauce Guru, SAUCEGURU. I have a Facebook, but I'm having troubles logging into Facebook right now, and I'm not really big on Facebook. But those are the best ways you can tap in with me. Also, you can reach me on my Gmail, which is Kevo, KEVODA, Hero, HERO, at gmail.com.
Yes, sir. And of course, I'll put all of the information in the description of the episode. Hey, Kevo, thanks again for the conversation, man. I really appreciate you.
Brother, it's been a pleasure. You helped me out. Iron sharpens iron. So I appreciate you for giving me the platform, for even thinking about me and reaching out. And I'm glad I took you up on the opportunity, brother. So you be blessed. I wish you well on your podcast. And I know you're going to be successful, brother. And keep helping us out, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you for those words. And I know you're going to be successful as well.
Yes, sir. Be blessed, brother.
Yes, sir. Good people, that concludes another dope episode of the Gumtown Podcast. We gone, but before we leave, remember, be blessed, be safe, but most importantly, have the audacity to be you. Gone. Thanks again for tuning in. I appreciate your time and your attention. Until next time.